lecture, we will execute the last step and see our application in action. To do that, we'll have to go to the settings.py and make a small change. Clear this. If you do a ls here, go inside this clinicals folder, cd clinicals. That is where the settings file lives. Vi use the vi editor, settings.py. There is a allowed hosts. See that right there, which is by default blank. We need to add the AWS machine's IP address or the DNS name here. Hit escape and I to insert here within single quotes. Come back. Now go back to the AWS EC2 console. Grab the public IP address of this instance. Go back to instances. Instances. We have one instance running. Click on that. Go to the details. You see the public IP address or up top right here. If you click on this, it will copy this public IP address, or this is the DNS, or you can access this machine using the public IP address as well. Copy the DNS. If you click on that, that will be copied. Go back to the command line. Do a Control V or Command V on Mac, and that is copied. So now this machine can access the Zango application that is running. So if you use a star here, an asterisk, that means the any machine can access here. I'll explain this once we run the test more. So do a WQ, come out of it, or you can simply Google for allowed hosts. If you go to the Zango documentation, it is very self-explanatory. allow_hosts Zango. I'll also explain it a little more. See this settings, Zango documentation. Go in there on the right side, click on allow hosts, and you can read this portion. And I'll also explain a little bit once we run the application. The next setting is before we run the server, we have to enable port 8000 so that our application can be accessed from the world outside. It will be running on 8000, but right now if you go to the instance, go to security. When you launch the instance, remember this security group. Click on this security group that got created. This is like a firewall, as I said, for our instance. Only port 22 is open. But for our application to be accessed on 8000, we need to expose out 8000 so that we can hit that 8000 from the world outside, from our local machine, etc. So click on inbound rules. Click on edit inbound rules and add a rule. Custom TCP, that is fine. That is what we are doing. Port is 8000. And you can specify custom IP addresses here. If you want to just add your machine's IP address, you can do that. When you do that, only your machine will be able to access this instance on this port. I'm going to say anywhere, anybody can access it. See this pattern? So anybody can access port 8000 on this particular instance. Save rules. Now we can start the application using this command. See the last command? Use that Python 3 manage py run server. This you know. And we are saying use 0.0.0.0. All that means is any addresses this AWS EC2 instance is binded to, allow all those addresses. If you don't use this, then you will see issues. We'll not be able to access the Zango application running. So make sure you use this at the end. Again, if you want to read more about this, you can simply use this pattern 0.0.0.0 Zango, and you will find the explanation. Copy it, go back, paste. Let me make sure I'm under the right directory. I have to come back one level. Now paste the command, enter, and our Zango application is up and running on a AWS EC2 instance. Now to access this from my local machine, I need the public IP address. So we have grabbed the public IP address earlier from the EC2 instance right here, went to the instance, copy the public IP address, come back, paste it in your web browser, colon 80 or 8000, hit enter. And there we go. So it displays the list of patients not from your local machine, but from your Zango application running on the AWS EC2 instance. It is connecting to the MariaDB, which we have configured. Everything works great. Click on add patient, and you can add, say, Tom Cruz as our very first patient. Age, I guess, is somewhere around 60. Save. And the save happens. Our application is working as expected. You can test update as well. You can change that to 62, one of my favorite actors. Save. And the update works as well. But the key here is that you have deployed your Django applications by following some simple steps here. First, you have launched the instance, then you have installed MariaDB, set up your database, then you have installed Python, Django, MySQL client that is required for your application, and then you have set up the Git client, pulled the repository or cloned the repository, then you have migrated all the tables, you created all the tables, and finally you did some security settings that are required, and you are able to access the application once it is up and running.